Hey guys, I'm here and welcome back to my channel. I know my last upload was like 2 weeks ago, but I have been on a conference and vacation with my family, so it has been busy, hectic, yet very relaxing on my end. But I'm back, and this video it has been in my mind this past few days, especially now that season 4 is announced. So this video will be divided into three parts. The first one would be what was my initial thoughts on the season 4 announcement and what is my stand on it as of the moment as a POLIN fan. Emphasize on that one. Second part would be my message to the POLIN fandom now that we're going to move forward with season 4. And lastly, I wanted to discuss what would be my expectations for POLIN with the next season and what kind of interactions I wanted them to have. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. What is my initial thoughts on the season 4 announcement? Well, I was very shocked because it was dropped on a random Tuesday and I was like, what is going on? However, I was not shocked that it is Benedict's season because, well, honestly, 60% of my heart, I was just like, oh, it is Eloise's season. I was leaning more towards Eloise's because I felt more character arc on her end rather than Benedict's. I mean, it is Pauline's season. So with Penelope being her best friend and also Colin and Eloise's relationship really kind of, it was really a good relationship between the two of them this season. So it just felt more natural in a sense. And obviously in the books, Eloise's book was the next one to Pauline's because Eloise's character felt like, oh, I'm kind of lonely. There's no Penelope anymore. She found love. I kind of want to find love also on my end. So it just felt more natural. However, the masquerade ball comment, I was like, oh, okay, it can be Benedict then. It can be Benedict just because of that comment. I with the character arc, it's kind of a iffy on my end. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I see it now. But it is indeed his season, and I am happy for Luke Thompson, which is the actor, and I'm very happy for the character itself as well, because he's gonna be settled and finally we'll have a good story arc. Now, after watching the announcement and seeing through the comments, I felt very conflicted. And it is from the PTSD of the season 3 announcement. All of the love, all of the excitement for season 4, it's very deserved because Luke Thompson deserved that. All of the actors of Bridgerton deserve that. There's just a part of me that why wasn't that also the case for both Luke Newton and Nicola Coughlan? That was just a question, because when season 3 was announced, there was a lot of hatred, a lot of negativity, a lot of backlash that both the actors and the Pauline fans didn't have anything to do with. It was just Netflix's decision to, or Shondaland's decision, whoever it is, the higher ups' decision to put Pauline as season 3 and not season 4. But the hatred towards the fandom, the hatred towards the actors, it took so long for an unnecessary thing to do. And so the Pauline fandom was kind of just like defending both the actors, defending the characters, defending other Pauline stands. So we went through war and hell. It was bad. It was bad, I must say. And I'm not initially not there. Like I was just like, I love Bridgerton. However, I was not a huge Pauline fan that I have created Twitter accounts or something like that. But I've seen the frustrations. I've seen the hatred. I've seen the disappointments from the fandom itself. And I'm not saying this so that you can excuse our actions in the future. I'm saying this to give you the reason why probably some of us are not yet there to be completely excited, to be completely happy, especially for the Benofi fandom. And yeah, I think it is indeed the PTSD. Um, And we're gonna be there. We're gonna be excited. We're gonna be happy. And now that also our Pauline would be in season 4, so we have a reason to hold on to. It's just the fact that I felt, this is my personal note, I felt very conflicted because I want to be happy, but also look, Newton and Nicola Coughlan deserve this. Our fandom deserve this excitement, deserve this embracement. We didn't get that during that announcement. So I just wish for it to be better. But hey, we're moving on. And as I've said, this is not for us to be excused on our actions in the future. There's no point of sharing hatred. And I truly think that Polin fandom is much better than that. Now that we have talked about that, what would be my message to the Polin fandom now that we're going to season 4? First, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you. I love you to all of you because you have been a fandom that is really genuine. And a lot of you guys are very kind. Like with the fact that you guys have done donations to Gaza, have events so that we can donate more to Gaza. I think it was like Pauline for Gaza, like with the artworks, with the shirts, with everything. You've also donated some to Nicola's like for children in Gaza. Also the Choose Love, like you've bought the necklaces, you've bought the shirts. I'm like, what a genuine fandom we have. And obviously that roots from the two actors, Luke Newton and Nicola Coughlan, being the kindest of them all. And my only message is that now that we move forward, I hope hatred is not the first thing that comes up. Like we need to take a breath before we say something. We need to kind of just like, yeah, we can forgive. Yes, let us not forget. Yes, we can be defensive, but let us not share any lies. Let's not share any hatred. Let's not compare facial features or shame anyone of their body. Let's not attack Luke Thompson like they did with our characters, with our actors, because there's no point. We have been through hell. We've experienced that. I just don't want us to be like the worst representation of a fandom. Like right now, I'm very proud to be Pauline fan because you guys have been the best. Like the foundation that we have, the defense mechanism that we have, the armors that we have is so special. We've been passionate. It has been so special. And my last wish is for us to be the worst representation for Luke Newton and Nicola Coughlan, because those two has been angels to us. They have spoiled us. And for us to go to that route, while other fandoms already went to that route, I wish for us to be different. I wish for us to be more mature. I wish for us to be like the two actors we've been supporting. And we know Nicola doesn't like hate. So there's no point. And yeah, with season, I mean, I've mentioned it. Like, it will take time for us to be truly, truly happy for Benofi's fans because of what we've been through. Take your time. Take your time. As long as you don't spread hatred, good for you. And I must say, like, thank you to all of the Twitter accounts, of the YouTube accounts that have created such great analysis about the characters, especially for Colin and Penelope Farrington. For all of the watchers or reactors that has been very supportive of season 3, I thank you all. And I love you all. And yeah, it's just been an amazing journey. And let us not end that. You know, let us just make everyone that is upcoming fan of Paulins be proud that they're part of this fandom. And yeah, I think that's probably it. That's just my message. And including myself, I would be very, very just disciplined when it comes to these things. If there's so much hatred, I will keep myself as low key as possible. I would not add fire into it. And now, what would be my expectations for Pollen the next season? Well, they're in love. I'm very happy that they're in love now, but obviously there would be a Lady Whistledown arc. I know there probably is going to be slight problems with it, but I do want the Lady Lord Whistledown partnership, and even Eloise is on the side. I want them to gossip in every ball, kind of just have a little competition who will have more gossips at the end of the ball. I kind of want to see that, but if not, then well, it's not my thing anyways. I also want obviously spicy scenes, but I also want the lovey-dovey because I know Colin, my wife Bridgerton, will come back, and I want to see more of it. I want to see more simp. I want to see more worship. So I'm very excited with that. And also I want Colin to be the head of the Featherington house. More time with the baby, obviously. And I want also, even just a short moment, I want Pauline to have kind of like an moment from the Bridgerton family, in a sense that they kind of they kind of become like the standard in a sense, even though it's just a conversation. For example, like Hyacinth would be like, "Oh, sister Penelope, how do you know you love my brother?" And Penelope would just reminisce their childhood stories, and she would be like, "Oh, it's because he laughed, and it's his kindness, and blah 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 blah." And Colin would just be like at awe at her, probably kiss her in front of the family. I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, just the sweet moments. Obviously don't want it to take up a lot of screen time because it is Benedict seasons, but I also do want to have like a series of Benedict having dilemma, or just like Benedict and Sophie fighting each other, and then it's just cutting off the ball like they did in the episode 8. But I mean, it might be petty on my side, but I just want them to be very happy. Oh, another thing that I also want them to talk to Benedict, like what Kate and Anthony did to Colin. I want Benedict to be close to Penelope. I feel like they can get closer off season when Eloise is away, because Penelope is very, very alike with Eloise's in in a sense of wit, in a sense of humor. Like she can do that. So hopefully I can see those relationship blossom. I want to see more of Pauline being parents, not just to the Lord Featherington, but also maybe to Hyacinth and Gregory, kind of like the maturity level rising. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but I feel like these moments would not take a lot of time. And it could just be subtle. It could just be like, them in bed or whatever. I would be very happy with that. Would be very. And please let them dance. Please let them dance. Of course, we're gonna have the masquerade ball with Ballin, which is amazing. And then the other dances as well. Just on the background, let them dance. Let them dance, twirl each other, give them the best that they can. Yeah. And I'm excited also for the Lady Whistledown arc. I know it's not gonna be easy. There's gonna be a couple of problems here and there, but Colin would be there to support his wife, and I would love to see that way. And also, for all Pauline fans, I think this is a time for us to celebrate as well. Now that season 4 is Benedict's story, if season 5 is Eloise's story, we won. We definitely won. Okay, so especially the dynamic between Penelope and Eloise, so it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there, and we will keep winning. So again, let us not spread hate, spread love, spread joy, because we are going to be the best representation of Luke, Newton, and Nicola Coughlan. So that's it, guys. I'm going to have more videos for you today, and I'll see you in our next videos. Have fun.